cause more problem for me. To cause more problem for me, not you. God also came to the same Abraham in Genesis 17 to say, I promise the land, yes. But your children's children will be in a place for 430 years as a slave. Why did you promise me if you won't give me? But it's your home. But when you will not see it. Why? Don't promise me, you're laughing. Why promise me if you won't give me? 400 years they will spend in a different land. They will come back and then inherit this place. But why? He said, the cup of iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. God, make it full quickly. If I was the one. If I was the one, I would beg him, God. People will laugh at me. They will mock me. Look at him, he's believing God, nothing to show for it. Make their cup full quickly, please. You see, go back to the next verse. Let me give you the verse. Why? Go to verse 14, verse 16. I'll give you the verse. He said, because their cup of iniquity is not yet full. The Amorites, why is that? The cup of iniquity must be full before you can come in to inherit it. Whoever is there, because the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. So it is yours. Shh. But I cannot break my word. They have to commit sin to a point where I will be justified to give it to you. I cannot give it to you partially. Go and sit down, sir. Because people are already getting tired. They are angry that why would God do that? That's who God is. The promise was not Isaac. Isaac was laughter. This is the promise. This was what God promised me. Canaan. I said, why I now got angry? Was that God even now told him, you won't inherit it in your time. That was why he paid in Genesis 23 for a land to bury his own wife. Please, give me a portion. I want to bury my wife, Sarah. But that land, God, you know it's going to be your own. Imagine, no wonder sometimes what I hear from God. I'm like, boy, God, you told me you will give me so. I know what God told me. You told me years ago, son, move to Alaka. I will give you Suliri. You have not given me. Are you with me? Why you promise me? He's not the man to lie. Neither the Son of Man to repent. As he said it, shall I not do it? Sometimes we don't know what it means to walk with God. Now, let me now, because I don't want to preach too much grammar. Lola, let me now tell you the one that burst my bubble. What faith is that I didn't know was this. Faith is you hear God, you choose to have reckless obedience. Watch me, you believe. The moment you obey God, it will be counted for you as righteousness. Now, you missed that. Because that big grammar, righteousness, has confused us theologically. Let me speak it for you in a simple term. You are right. You don't get right until you understand the opposite. You are wrong. The moment you obey, so you are right. He didn't say that. The moment you obey, shout it once more for the last time. Not the moment you receive results. We try to tell God to show that I'm right. Get me the result. So we can use the result to tell people, you see, this is the result of my faith. No. Faith is counted unto you as righteousness. To obey God means you are right. Even without results at sight, you are right. No man can be wrong when they obey God. You may not even have results to show you are right. Counted unto him for righteousness. That's why many of us are wrong. Why? We don't obey God. We want to see. You are getting it. That's why many of us are wrong. Because our faith is dependent on facts, sight, and results. So we say, no, it's not like that. I want to see first. So we are wrong. To be right before God is to obey God, even when it doesn't make sense. Oh, God help me. To be right before God is to obey God, even when it doesn't make sense. You are right or righteous. That's why it's difficult to walk with God. Because many of us, because God does not make sense most times. You understand it now? It won't make sense. What he will tell you to do, it won't make sense. You will see a man with his frame look like someone going nowhere, and God will say, that's a husband. You will look up and say, God, did I hear you well? Yes, daughter. That's the man for you. God is wrong. I can't marry this loser. No, you are wrong. Because you are walking by sight. Imagine God giving you a promise of a car when you have no job. That was what God did. God said, I will make you great when you had no child. The vehicle to greatness. Children, I don't have a child. You are saying the whole land belongs to you and your children's children. How can I inherit a land when I'm barren? Are you with me? And God kept coming. I said, I'm telling you, the land is yours. Your children's children. Let me tell you something. Look up to the side. What do you see? Stars. So shall your children be, sir. Give me one. Don't give me many. I still don't have one. You're telling me to look at the stars. Look at the sun on the seashore. Can you count them? No, sir. So shall your generation be innumerable. Yes, sir. Give me one. You are saying that you can't count sound. See. People can count sound. Can you count sound? You can count in sand? And God is saying, I'm telling you, I am the Lord. Is there anything too hard for me to do? No, sir. But can you just have one first? One. You keep saying, I own everything, and I don't have one. To a point where even when Abraham fell into sin, committed acceptable and justified adultery. I call it justified adultery because husband and wife agreed. Adultery by joint decision. And Ishmael came, a product of the flesh. Sometimes we try to negotiate the flesh into becoming the spirit. But God, can't you just save Ishmael? And let's forget all this business about land. God said, no, you still don't get it. It was after the birth of Ishmael that God came to meet him and changed his name from Abram to Abraham. Father, sir, I already have a child. Not that one. You don't get it. God now said you shall be a father. Sir, I'm already a father. Which one? Ishmael. No, not that one. You are now Abraham. Sir, I have one. Not that one. That one is flesh. The child of the promise is coming. How? Do you know how many times some of you have negotiated with God? You say, God, this job, let me just, that's not your dream job. The real one is still coming. God, forget that. Daddy, let me just have this. God said, that is not where I'm taking you to. You're saying, but sir, I'm getting older. The resume is not there. Who will help me? I am going to take you there. You start negotiating with God to justify the flesh and abandon and abort the spirit. God will never abort or abandon his own word or the spirit. Isaac is coming. Tell somebody Isaac is coming. Say Isaac is coming. Once more say Isaac is coming. A child of promise. Do not ever negotiate yourself out of divine promise. Abraham. The faith of Abraham is astounding. It's impressive. You need to understand what transpired in the mind of that man. These all died. Isaac, Jacob, they all lived in that land in tabernacles. You know why? Let me tell you what struck me. Because this message would have been titled, Looking for the City. When Abraham set out, he was looking for a city. You don't get it, George. You can't understand it. What God told him, the picture God painted, was a city. And he got to a place, he found a land. I'm looking for the city. Look at your scriptures. You know what a city is? Not even a country. A city is a set of buildings already established, whose foundation, builder is God. Foundation, he said, the maker and the builder is God. The picture God painted to Abraham was different from what he saw. That was why in Genesis 12, let me show you something. In Genesis 12, he looked for a city. There was a city. Because that was a picture. You know, words create images. You know, words have power to create images. If I call you out now and I start saying this, my deaconess, hopefully this evening, I would like to invite you to my house after service before the home fellowship for a sumptuous dinner. The word sumptuous, create an image. Yes or no? We're open to have a 4-course meal, a buffet. When I say buffet, what do you see me doing? What do you see? A buffet table. We're open to have all kinds of meal, the continental, African. What are you seeing? As I'm saying it, images. So when God was speaking to his son, Abraham, I'm going to make you great. So what he saw was a city. So when he set out, he was looking for a Dubai. And so when he now go to a barren land, go to Genesis 12. I like that passage so much. Because he was looking for a city. And people don't know. I'm still looking for a city. So what I'm seeing here is not my city. Now, Pedro, don't you ever tell me to settle for this in Fota. This is not what God told us. You and I spoke years ago. Please don't let us now negotiate and say, okay, since we can't get that Fota city, let's just manage this Fota barren land. No! I know what God told me clearly about Fota. We are yet to get there. We've not even started. Don't use your own doubt. If your own God is small, don't blame me for my own God being big. He looked for a city. So every time I tell people the vision of my choir, 200 man choir, they say, sir, it's not possible in this thing. You don't understand what I saw, I heard. What's your business? Leave me alone. That's the vision God gave to. You not say, no, let's just have 50 people that are spiritual. I'll get 200 that are spiritual. We don't know how we start truncating, aborting, negotiating, without just even understanding faith. Let me tell you what God did. Look at Genesis. Come, are you ready? Watch this, watch this. Genesis 12. Genesis 12. And Abraham took Sarah, his wife, Lot, his brother, and all the substance, and they went forth into the land of Canaan. And into the land of Canaan they came. They got there. They got there. That was a promise, Daddy. And Abraham passed through the land. Daddy, you know why? He was confused. You are getting it. This is not the city. You don't get it. He got there. This cannot be the... I'm going somewhere. What he saw was different from what he was looking for. He looked for a city. Watch. So he passed through the land to a place called Shechem and to a plain of Moreb. And Canaanites were then in the land. That's why the Muslims are angry with the Jews. That before Father Abraham came, their own generation were there. There's been an argument and debate that Abraham did not own the land ab initio. They say, Abraham God gave it. He said, no, people were living there. Okay? And the Lord appeared to Abraham and said, unto thy seed. Can you see why he was confusing him? Seed, will I give this land? They built an altar to the Lord who appeared to him. Verse 8. George, look at the mistake. So what did he do? He what? Somebody shout, he moved. Shout, he moved. Shout, he moved. He moved, he left. So he said, okay, maybe sometime in the future. But I'm looking for a city. He had God. He built an altar. Watch me. He left the place of his primary assignment. Do you know how many people God told stay in Fota? This can't be the place. The vision I saw was a church of 5,000 that would become my dream church when I'll be blessed. They're not up to 2,000 yet. Let me move. They move. Look at, he removed from there. Let me go to Canada. Because this can be the dream. I saw myself in a dream, coordinating some big people. There was no white man there. But he said, it can't be Nigeria. So they move. Watch me. He moved into a place on the side of east of Bethel, pitched his tent, moved Bethel east. He still was not happy. He called again on the name of the Lord. Look at verse 9. I'm going somewhere.
More of these videos, just click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can get notified once a video is uploaded. Listen to me, folks. I'd like you to subscribe. Subscribe, and guess what? Subscribe again. Thank you very much. I'll see you there.